Hi everyone. In this video, we will look at our week-wise CAC, the CAC by source, conversion versus cost by source, conversion by source compared to the previous. This is what we are going to create, our week-wise CAC, our CAC by source, conversion versus cost by source, conversion by source compared to the previous. So the first thing we want to do is to create our two calculations. So analysis, create calculated field, and our CAC is the sum of my cost divided by the sum of my landed conversions. One more time, analysis, create calculated field, and my conversion rate is the sum of my qualified leads and then the sum of my landed conversion. So sum of landed conversion divided by the sum of my qualified leads, like this. Okay, let's make a new sheet. So first we want to show our week-wise CAC. Double click on week, double click on CAC. We also want to break it as per the source set and show it as a bar. Let's swap it. And let's keep the week in the front and also keep the week in the color, and let's keep our CAC in the label. So here we go. We can see how our CAC is moving: 1829, 1860, 1998, 1792, 1795, 1581, what we had created earlier as well. We can also make the y-axis start maybe at 1400. So we can double click and start at 1400 so that the numbers are much more readable, like this. So that's the first one. Now we want to show our CAC by the source. Again, very simple. We have our CAC by source. So CAC source. Let's sort the data. We will remove the null values. Let's add our CAC to the color. We will go to the color palette and select red and green, like this. And of course we can add our CAC to the label as well, like this. It actually should be the other way around because a higher CAC is considered worse, right? So we want to make sure that, I think there should be an option here to reverse it here. Yeah, like that. Next we have our conversion by the source. So conversion, then we have our source. Just like earlier, conversion rate in filters starting at 1. No, it won't start at 1. Maybe we can start at 0.01. So we'll keep the conversion in filters start at 0.01. And we also want to change this into a percentage. So conversion rate, default properties, number format, and make this a percentage, like this. And then of course we can add the colors in it. This time we can choose green, red and green, like this. So higher conversion is better. Then we have a conversion versus cost by source. So for this, we want to have the source head and the source, and then below we want to have the conversion rate. So source head, and then we have the cost. Let's rotate the label. And next to the cost, we also want to keep our conversion rate. Now, only for the conversion rate, we would want to change it from automatic to a circle like this. Then of course we can reduce the size, add the conversion rate number to the label, and we can also change the color to something else like this. Here we go. Remember, we still have to apply the filter. So cost in the filter, minimum of 1. Yeah, here we go. And let's also keep the cost in the label. I'm not sure why my numbers are coming like this. Let's check. So it is breaking the cost as per something. Let's check. If we remove this, then we only have one value, and let us see. Yeah, here we go, right? Then we have our conversion by source compared to the previous, like this. And this one is a little more tricky. So we'll take our source, we'll also take our CAC, but 2 times. 1 and 2 times, like this. Right click and then make it dual axis. And we select a bar and a bar, right? Like this. Now one of these will be a calculation. So we'll go to quick table calculation and select percent difference, and the percent difference let's do the percent difference relative to the previous value, right? Like this. We can also sort the data if we want to. Let us see how we have done this one. Let's add the CAC to our label. Let's also remove our null values. Yeah, I think this looks good. We just have to change the colors a little bit. Right. So we have News 18 Lokmat at 3,600. Okay, and Zee Hindustan at 3053. Not sure why my numbers are a little different. Let's quickly check. Zee Hindustan 3053. Maybe let's remove it from the filters. Yeah, here we go. And we don't want to show these null values. Let's see if we're able to do that. Yeah, I think that looks good. We can also add our CAC percentage in the label like this, right? And if I select YouTube and I exclude it, okay, so the last value got it. So I think there's something off. I'm probably not comparing it with the correct value. Let's see. So if we look at our table calculation, compute using table down and percentage difference. Here also we are doing compute using table down and we are doing relative to previous and percentage difference. Maybe let's try to keep the cost in the filters and select greater than 1, and here we go, right? So we have got a final answer. Let's keep the CAC in the label, and here we go. So it did take a little bit of effort, but that's a good thing, right? Because this shows you that sometimes in your mind you know what you want to create, but it does take some tinkering around to get the final result.